exploring the grim emergence of fascism in early 20th century Europe, shaping a new authoritarian era. In Italy during World War I, the first fascist movements took root, spreading authoritarian seeds. Fascism stands in fierce opposition to liberalism, Marxism, and anarchism, marking the far right's rise. Defined by dictatorial power, the iron grip of fascism forcibly suppresses any opposition. Fascism's strong regimentation of society and the economy marks a terrifying era of control. The ideology quickly spreads beyond Italy, casting a dark shadow over many European countries. Exploring the monolithic power structure of dictatorships, where a single ruler or elitist group governs with absolute authority. Delving into the mechanisms of censorship and propaganda used to maintain a dictator's hold over a silenced populace. Force and manipulation pave the tumultuous road to dictatorship, where freedoms falter under the weight of control. A glimpse into the restricted lives of those under dictatorship, where political freedoms are but distant memories. Unveiling the illusion of governance in dictatorships, dictated by unilateral decisions without public accountability. Reflecting on history's dictatorships, from military juntas to single-party states, and their devastating impact on humanity. Exploring the depths of totalitarian control exerted by dictatorships, stripping away the essence of societal freedom. Dictatorships bind societies in chains, leaving legacies of human rights abuses that echo through generations. In the darkest times, the human spirit perseveres, seeking freedom and democratic processes against all odds. Feudalism dominates, weaving a complex tapestry of loyalty and land in the Middle Ages. Lands are granted in fiefs, ensuring military protection through a web of service and loyalty. Vassals swear fealty, entwining themselves in medieval Europe's political fabric. The feudal hierarchy shapes, with monarchs and lords dictating the course of the realm. A complex network of loyalties and dependencies defines society's structure. The interconnected web of fealties crafts the unique social landscape of the era. The kingdom, sustained by feudalism's intricate network, faces the test of time. Feudalism's legacy, with its complexities and influences, shapes the future. As eras pass, the medieval tapestry of rights and obligations evolves into modernity. A dive into communism, a socio-political ideology for a classless society, sparked by Marx and Engels. Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels envisioned a society of equal footing, free from class struggles. Imagine a world where everyone works by ability and receives by need, erasing the rich-poor divide. Delving into communism's goal, a community-owned means of production, sans private property. Communism's blueprint eradicates privilege, pivoting to collective prosperity. Communism not only reshapes social structures, but redefines economic dynamics. The path to communism is fraught with challenges, but driven by a vision of global equality. Communism imagines a future where each contributes and gains fairly, a truer form of justice. Communism offers a window to reimagine society, prioritizing community over division. Discover the ancient beginnings of monarchy, embodying the rule of kings and queens. Unveiling monarchs' journey from birthright to bearers of significant political power. A comparison of monarchies with purely ceremonial institutions versus those with political influence. Exploring the traditions that define and dignify the monarchy's essence. The role of monarchies in the modern world, balancing tradition with contemporary society. Assessing the political power monarchies hold in today's global landscape. The profound effect monarchies have had on shaping societies and politics over centuries. Monarchies as enduring symbols of unity and national identity across the world. Contemplating the future of monarchies in a rapidly changing world. Capitalism, an economic marvel, stands on private ownership and profit pursuit. From private property to wage labor, discover capitalism's fundamental pillars. See how competitive markets and price systems drive the capitalist economy. Explore how decisions in a capitalist economy are crafted by wealth owners. Understand the crucial role of competition in distribution of goods and services. Oligarchy is defined as the rule by a few, often based on wealth or education, seen as coercive and requiring public compliance. Aristotle describes oligarchy as a corrupted form of aristocracy, the rule of the few rich over the many. Robert Michels coined the iron law of oligarchy, suggesting democracy inevitably turns into oligarchy. Leaders within organizations inevitably dominate, leading to a lack of accountability and the persistence of elite rule. Michels asserts that eliminating elite rule is virtually impossible, making oligarchy an unavoidable outcome. The lessons of history and sociology hint at the persistent nature of oligarchy in future organizational structures. Isolationism, the political philosophy advocating for global non-involvement and neutrality. It stands against military alliances, defense pacts, and any foreign commitments. Distinguishing between total non-involvement and selective international engagement. Opposes treaties and trade agreements, focusing on national independence. The stark contrast between isolationism, colonialism, expansionism, and liberal internationalism. Exploring the relevance of isolationism in today's interconnected world. Socialism, a multidimensional philosophy shaping economies and societies through social ownership. Unveiling socialism's origins and its evolution across different political landscapes. Exploring the core of socialism, public, collective, and cooperative ownership models. Highlighting the diversity within socialism, from public to equity ownership. Real-world examples of socialism, achieving equity and justice in the socio-economic sphere. Understanding socialism's place within the broader political and economic spectrum. Addressing common myths and misconceptions surrounding socialism. Speculating on the future trajectory of socialism in a rapidly changing world. Concluding reflections on socialism's impact on global economies and societies. Exploring colonialism, the pursuit of authority over territories for economic dominance. The arrival of settlers in new territories, maintaining allegiance to their origin country. Colonialism's dark side, exploitation of resources, suppression of natives, and cultural imposition. The significant impact of colonialism shaping the geopolitical landscape. Exploring the enduring legacy of colonialism in former colonies. A final overview of how colonialism has forever changed the world's geopolitical landscape. Autocracy centralizes power in one leader, free from legal or popular checks. Characterized by force and a cult of personality, autocratic leaders maintain control. History's autocrats, tyrants and dictators ruling with an iron fist. Autocracy's stark contrast to democratic regimes where pluralism and law reign. The autocratic model's impact on freedom and societal control. Exploring the mirror of autocracy in modern contexts and its relevance today. Hearing from those who live under the autocrat's rule, seeking freedom and democracy. The journey from autocracy to a more open, democratic governance. Envisioning a world where power is checked and freedom flourishes. In a world shadowed by stern authority, individual freedoms shrink under the gavel of power. A single voice or a few decree the fate of many as elections and pluralism fade into myth. Every aspect of life, from economy to art, is a thread in the tapestry of state design. Truth and illusion blur as propaganda becomes the only voice heard in the silence of dissent. The unseen shackles of fear and control bind tighter than chains as media whispers the state's word. Yet, in the depths of control, hope flickers in the hearts of those dreaming of freedom. Exploring theocracy, where gods rule through earthly vessels across ages and landscapes. Ancient Egypt, where pharaohs regarded as gods merged divine and political power vividly. Vatican City, a modern theocracy, with the Pope governing as a spiritual and political leader. In Iran, the supreme leader integrates religious doctrine with state governance, shaping society. Exploring how theocracies blend ecclesiastical authority with political power for unified leadership. Assessing the global footprint and contemporary relevance of theocratic systems in today's world. Reflecting on the legacies of theocratic governance and their enduring symbols in civilization. Exploring the inception of totalitarianism by Italian fascists in the 1920s, a dark journey begins. From Nazi Germany to Stalin's Soviet Union, the grip tightens, demonstrating the global reach of totalitarianism. Unpacking the arsenal, propaganda, economic dominance, suppression of dissent, and the eye of surveillance. Amidst the darkness, examples of resistance shine through, revealing cracks in totalitarian foundations. Examining North Korea among others, the legacy of totalitarianism looms large in current global politics. Reflecting on history's harsh lessons, we seek paths forward to prevent the resurgence of totalitarian shadows. Exploring the grips of despotism, where power is wielded without bounds, often leading to tyranny. From divine kings to modern dictators, the form of despotism evolves, but its essence remains unchallenged. The unchecked power of despots often results in the erasure of freedoms and lives. Citizens exist under the shadow of oppressive power, longing for the light of freedom. The voice of the people is drowned out by the iron fist of despotic rulers. Amidst darkness, a flicker of hope arises as citizens dream of liberty and justice. The struggle for freedom escalates, challenging the despot's iron grasp. A climactic battle for dignity and freedom marks the turning point against despotism. The tyranny of despots crumbles, paving the way for a new era of freedom and democracy. In a modern, technology-driven world, technocracy emerges as a beacon of efficiency and expertise. Experts in science and technology take charge, influencing public policies with their knowledge. Technical experts are seen as neutral problem solvers, shaping the future without bias. Decision-making rooted in data-driven methodologies promises an escape from political conflicts. The efficiency of technocracy brings about unparalleled progress and innovation. Critics argue technocracy may overlook moral and ethical aspects of governance. Concerns rise about the representative will of people in a technocratically governed society. The dialogue opens for a blend of technocracy and democratic values. The debate continues on finding the perfect balance between efficiency and ethical governance.